Anyway, look at those packs. How wonderful. Wow. We love mechs. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I actually quite like a lot of these packs. Like Elite and Saber look wonderful. Quick Supply looks, oh my god, yes, definitely pick that up.
That is such a powerful pack, especially if it's up against like sledgehammers or something. You can just go double spider with that.
Yeah, totally. Super solid here.
Mathismight. I think I'd be happy with that matchup though. I think Steel Ball into that opener from Steelsane is probably the best thing you could hope for.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And picking up Hounds here is an interesting choice. I think some players are sold on the Hounds, whereas some other players maybe still set in their old ways, picking up the Arclights. I'm personally in the Arclight boat. I think Arclights are still extremely strong, but I will say they have gotten much weaker.
Yeah, they're a bit tougher, I guess, to get online, but they still certainly pack a punch. It's the only Chaffdoon in the game that does skill with range, thanks to something like Elite, and it just has such a
Right.
versatile array of techs.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, something I want to point out about the positioning here of Mathismight is that his single target, aka the steel balls, are just a little too far from his chaff clear. You always want to pair those two up nice and close together, and you can see the problem right now. Balls attacking crawlers, hounds attacking sabers.
Yep. Definitely for the round one, it's not ideal, but I wonder if he's setting up for a Wraith play here. Because what we see a lot from players is that they'll just leave 3 spaces in front of these steel balls and put a Wraith right in that corner. And maybe that's why he's positioning in this way, but it definitely does not help him on round one.
For sure. Yeah, I would love to see that. I mean, I think it's a playstyle thing. I like to win my early rounds. I think experience matters a lot. Although steel balls need so much these days, maybe I should stop thinking that way. I mean, if anything, you want the Wraith experience, right?
Yeah, I think if you want to win round one here as math, you should go asymmetrical. Going symmetrical here is just not going to pan out well for you because you need the numbers to overwhelm those sabers.
Yeah, that's some good points. We got unit reinforcements round 2,
Ooh.
all level 1s.
Yeah, this Phoenix is kind of nasty though for Steelsane because he can just pick that up as the one thing he's lacking, some solid anti-air, and it
Yeah.
already kind of preempts a potential Wraith from Math, and you have to imagine that's one of the best lines he could have gone for.
Yeah, that does make sense. I wonder if Wasp fits into the mind games here, knowing that Phoenix is an option.
It could be. Now, Math actually has played some completely insane Steel Ball Wasp builds on ladder, but I think he's changed his Wasp tech slightly. But he was playing like just Steel Ball spam with Wasps behind and like range HE and ground spec on the Wasps.
Yeah, that's very cool. Some people have been trying stuff like that for a long, long time. It never has seen like mass success where like it's adopted by everybody. Some players have made it work with like moderate success, but to see it being tried over and over is really cool to see because, you know, every patch is different. Maybe now's the time to shine.
I'd be very happy to see it. I'm quite the Wasp enthusiast, so you know, I'm
Yeah.
down for it. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to show up here. Well, that being said, more hounds being purchased, more steel balls too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, very interesting to see.
There's a very valuable missile to be had on the left, by the way, for steel, but could be
Yeah.
fixed by math. But to just throw a crawler on the shallow flank, hasn't done so yet though.
Yeah, the crawler on the shallow flank, of course, can surprise the opponent and be helpful, but there's still another angle to get the missile in, right?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't quite know if the crawler there saves it on the right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's just going to be a Wasp fight, but you have to imagine Steelsane will come out ahead. Still has the Sabers, the Arclights, and a good amount of crawlers left.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of a crushing win here for Steelsane. Decent amount of damage. I mean, nothing to scoff at, but still sitting above 3,000.
Math now will get access to his Saber, as he is a Sabertooth specialist. Rhino Assault picked up quickly for Steel. We saw him make good use out of the spells in his last game. He might be trying to do the same here.
Yeah, very cool. So the Wasp leveled. The Saber was, looks like, immediately sold. Rip. And the Rhino Assault, what's he going to answer that with? We got the Wraiths, nice. I mean, they're really good in these sort of headbutt aggro versus aggro games. We got a nice pocket fort in the corner. Now, it may look very exposed to some people, but actually the corner is one of the safest places that you can have a unit in Mechabellum. So this just looks great.
Yeah, and it's really safe there because of how it functions with the shallow flank, and that can just allow you to make sure this Wraith never gets targeted first.
Exactly, yeah. Shallow flank's very, very important for defending your corner units here. Now, will we see an answer to this Rhino Assault? Did he forget?
Well, looks like that will not be defended. That being
Yeah.
said, these Wraith are not going to be that easy to take down. There's not much in the form of like long-range anti-air, and so these Mustangs on the everything on the right is just collapsed, and left side that Wraith is just sitting pretty behind the Wasps.
Yeah, really good point here. I think it's going to come down to, like, can the Mustang kill the Wraith or not?
Oh, but that second debuff is nasty. There were some crawlers on the flank as well. Can the Wraith recover in time to kill enough of these Mustangs on the left? It doesn't look like that'll be the case.
Or
Well, actually, I say that.
close.
Oh, awfully close, but there's only 2 Mustangs left. I don't think this Wraith can die.
Yeah, it's going to level too. Instantly leveling Wraith is probably one of the scariest things in the game, I have to say.
It has a really high experience threshold too. 1950 for level 1 is among the highest you'll find.
Yeah, absolutely. So huge to get a level right there. They scale super well with items, well with levels as well. The multi-arm, I forget what it's called, floating artillery array tech, that basically multiplies your DPS by 2, so very strong with levels.
Yeah, 8-gun is one of the strongest techs in the game. Like there are no real other techs that function that way, where you just literally like double the amount of cannons you have.
Yeah, just multiplicative scaling is great.
Yep. Well, we do get a nice item for the Wraith there in the form of Nano Repair Kit. We get the range on it as well. Math obviously will take that level. And I think he'll be really happy, by the way, about how that last round went. He got everything he wanted, still won, even though he got double cheesed basically by that spell and by a crawler on the right flank.
Yeah, have to agree. Really, really great outcome. Looks like he's going to go for a Hound defense here. That'll take care of the crawler handily. Of course, the Wraith level. I mean, both Wraiths have a tech and an equipment, so like they're just a menace right now. And the question is, what is Steelsane going to do?
Steelsane just going to pick up level 1 marksman. Is he going to attack AA already? I'm not even sure that that's strong enough to take down this Wraith. I really don't think this Wraith can die.
Yeah, no way.
And the left one's tanky too.
Yeah. Like, eventually this can work. I think maybe the left side he can win, but this right side, there's no way. Blue with Nano is crazy.
Yeah, this is getting real scary all of a sudden. He will get that insta-lock, but I mean, look at that damage. It just healed back up all of that hit it just took.
Yeah, it's just tickle damage.
And the Nano on that Sabertooth does not look good either. The Steel Ball is now locking onto it.
Yep.
Maybe the left Wraith can go down, but tower debuff.
Oh, man. And it's going to level if it kills... Yeah.
Yeah, the arc. If the arc goes down, that's it. Yeah.
Oh,
another level there for Math.
Huge level games here. The ball levels as well. Probably going to pick that up. And yeah, even if the damage isn't big, the bigger story is just the experience, I think. The marksman
Yeah,
need
Wraith
levels.
scaling is fantastic. So you do not mind this at all if you're Math.
Yeah, no marksman levels. We saw the DPS. Oh, here we go, though. Some good anti-air.
Steelsane picks the Farseer? Ooh. I mean, it's okay tempo with the EMP. And I guess he has the marksman.
You want the melter, right?
Yeah. I don't want to, like... If I see a level 2 Wraith with Nano, I don't want to take any chances. Like, level 1 marksmen are just not going to cut it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I strongly agree. For me, it was a clear melter. Like, there's some units you just don't want to screw around with. You want to take it seriously, and leveling up Wraiths, definitely one of them on my list.
Also, there was a Nano repair available, right? So you could have sold, like, a Saber and then transitioned that item on a level 2 melter.
Ooh, that's a cool point, yeah. As long as you stay away from the balls, you're fine.
I mean, you could even try multi-melt, if anything.
Yeah, I agree. Multi-melt's just kind of playable in most boards.
And look at this pack pickup by Math, by the way. Triple Stormcaller.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I kind of hate it. Maybe he's gonna launch
You
your
don't like it?
overload. Nah,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's fine against the Sabers, right? But it's not necessarily good against the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very sus on that, not gonna lie. It's just like take the melter, man. Like it's blue, like levels are OP, like
Yeah, it's weird because he's got a comp that just wants to push forward, and well, Melter doesn't really like to do that, and neither do Stormcallers, but they might just be able to sit back and DPS while the rest runs in, because they do have a lot of
yeah.
range.
Look at that Phoenix flank, by the way. Oof, that could be huge.
Yeah, that's a nice play there from Steel, but the Stormcallers got insta-locks onto the Sabers, dealing good damage, and Math is starting to push into that right tower as well. Debuff will come through first there for Steelsane, but the Steel Balls are on the tower for Math.
Yeah, tit for tat there. That's gonna be a great equalizer.
EMP is doing really good on the left side on that Farseer, but look at this menacing Wraith just pushing forward through the EMP.
Yep, that's the story right there. Just crazy Wraith. I mean, the new white one didn't do great. Actually, almost leveled, so I guess not the worst.
Oh my, is this Wraith somehow going to kill the bot?
Oh, and the
Revenge
Phoenix.
is sweet. Oh my days.
Wow. Well, it feels
Yeah,
bad, man.
this is what I mean, right? Like level 1 marksman versus level 2 Wraith, especially with those items. Even if it gets EMP'd, you just don't have the damage.
Interesting
Intensive.
pickups there. Yeah. For the marksman. Or no.
Yeah, I thought maybe he would intensive the or like Math would pick it up and build an even bigger Wraith, but goes for the smoke instead.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, if the smoke lands, sure, great. I feel it's a high variance play. Like Steelsane can just bubble and then you're fine.
Yeah, it's a mind game, right? Because Math does have steel balls, so even if Steelsane buys 2 bubbles or even more, he'll probably lose them. But
yeah, I
if
think it's fine.
Yeah,
like it's round 6. Paying 100 out of your 1200 income is like a small percentage, and like the balls don't kill it in like 0.1 second. You still get like great defensive, advantage out of it.
It kind of looks like Steelsane's not gonna shield. He has no money left.
Yeah, I mean that's a great smoke then.
That is disastrous because it's gonna linger around for another round after this too.
Oh, we have fortified target lock, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Fortified target lock? No, we're in range, right?
No, I'm just saying, like...
we have it available. Yeah.
Because, like, look how close the proximity is to these sabers.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite far enough, though. I think even with temp range, you just about don't get there. Maybe.
So
it's
close,
really
right?
close. The left ball probably can get there.
Yeah. Well, there's the smoke. Look at that. One marksman sitting outside of it, thankfully, but... Oh, man. The ball range looking wonderful.
Thankfully, it'll be able to just shoot at this Wraith for forever again. Well, right, actually, that Wraith died rather quick, and the double shot is doing bits.
Yeah, big difference there. Finally getting the firepower he needed.
But man, those additional wasps really doing a great job, and look at how many units are left alive on the left side. That's going to put Steelsane down very close to death. And the nice thing about the Stormcallers is they all are still alive, and they deal 200 damage apiece.
True.
You have 1.8k damage on round 7 there. Woof.
Got some red cards here. Looks like battleship's really what the players will be after. I do think shield airdrop's decent, but can you say no to a mobilized battleship round 7?
It's kind of hard to defend for Math. He does already have some wasp though, so maybe he just buys a couple more. Could also go for that defensively himself. I don't know. I think I'll probably just skip. Well, I guess he could go for the... He could go for an offensive mobilized battleship himself if he really wants to, but I could understand a skip here.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever used a defensive mobilized battleship, but maybe this is one of those moments.
I think he should be fine. He does have like some units back there to distract the first shots, and he can probably just buy some more wasps as a late chaff and to distract that mobilized battleship.
Yeah, it makes sense. He does pick it up, so both players have access to it. Okay. Looks like they're both going aggressive.
I feel like this marksman will just turn and one-shot it, but maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong. It's only level 1, so maybe not.
Yeah, hard to say. Charge shot. Is that cope?
I'd say so.
Yeah, it feels a little cope. It's like it's not a bad try, but yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it just doesn't really address the Wraith problem, right? And all of his units are sitting in the acid. Oh, we get the fortified target lock.
All right, let's see. I'm expecting two locks. At least the right one, I think. Yeah, just the right one. Okay, okay.
We got one lock. Nice. Huge.
There you go. Yeah, not the best, huh?
It only took like 2 seconds to clear the front line of chaff, but don't worry. That boat, by the way, is getting in on both sides. Steel will get it first, but I don't think he has enough units left alive there.
Yeah.
Now Tower will fall in return. Math strikes back.
Yeah, these
There's
wasps are
just
great.
so much stuff left.
Yeah, he just has so much like annoying things to deal with, like balls, crawlers, wasps, pounds. Those are all different units that are so annoying to deal with.
And what a beautiful backwards beacon, by the way, from Math. It distracted the balls distracted the Overlord, and then the level 1 wasps just took it down.
Yeah, kind of cool. Dang, all right, Mathismight
game.
making it out of the group in first. Let's go.
Playing some ball Wraith. It has definitely showed up a lot recently. Dillo, big fan of it too, and we'll see him in Group D later today. But yeah, solid game there, looking real strong, and will make it out of this group immediately. Gets to sit back and watch the rest sweat for that second spot.
Yeah, Mathismight jokingly called today the former standard only players aggro PTSD group therapy session. So yeah, maybe having some identity crisis here, but I mean he's looking fine to me.
I mean, I think evolving like that as a player is just going to be a sign of greatness, right? Like you can't just sit back and always play the same thing if the meta keeps changing. And if you're able to keep up and if you're willing to kind of shed your identity and start picking up new tricks, it's going to make you such a better player. And yeah, I think Math here shows that perfectly.
Absolutely. Big congrats to him. This guy puts in the time. You can tell he loves the game. And, you know, the comeback story to make it through in first is just wonderful to see.
I mean, he puts in the time. Yeah, you're not kidding. He has so many games played on this season and previous season as well, sitting at 672 wins. So probably over 1,000 games played already. And yeah, keep in mind that's about or double the amount of well, for instance, me or yeah, other players you may know that are in the top.
Sure, yeah. Nice to see.